Hi, welcome to Meals in Minutes. I'm Kelly Loomis, registered dietitian and certified diabetes educator. For many people, lunch is the hardest meal to eat something healthy, mostly because we get bored with what we're eating at lunch. And then all of a sudden we start dialing out, grabbing fast food just for something different because maybe that same old sandwich just isn't gonna do the trick that day. I had gone out to dinner and had a wonderful peanut Thai chicken, and I really liked it, and I took it home the next day and I put it on a sandwich, and I thought this could make a really great lunch. So I combined that recipe with another one for an Asian coleslaw and came up with this great Thai chicken salad that we're gonna do as a sandwich today. The base of the recipe, we're gonna start with the sauce straight in the bowl. And I started with 2 tablespoons of natural creamy peanut butter. The reason I use the natural is I don't want the added sugar. The next thing that we're gonna add is 2 tablespoons of lime juice. You could use fresh limes, but right now the limes aren't great at the grocery store. So I just use bottled lime juice, plus I always have it handy in my refrigerator. The next ingredient for our sauce for our salad is a low sodium soy sauce. Soy sauce can be loaded with salt, and I don't like to add too much to my diet, so I use the low sodium. And we're just adding 1 tablespoon of that low sodium soy sauce. The next thing that we're gonna add is a tablespoon of sesame oil, and that's just gonna give it a little bit of a different Asian flavor. To give it a little bit of sweetness that we generally see in Asian dishes, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of honey, and I usually try to use local honey if at all possible. And then the next thing that we're gonna add is just about a teaspoon of garlic. You can also use some fresh garlic if you'd like to use the fresh garlic, but if I'm making this for lunch and doing it quick in the morning, I don't take the time to chop up the fresh garlic, so I use the minced in a jar. And the last thing we're gonna add for the salt is a dash or 2 of crushed red pepper flakes. And that's something that you can do to taste if you like it. You can also leave it out. But I think it really kicks up this recipe a bit. And then we're just gonna whisk those ingredients together to make our sauce. It might take a little while, a few seconds, to get that peanut butter whisked into your sauce. You could also do it in a blender, but I hate to dirty the blender, especially if I'm making this quick in the morning to take for lunch to work. The next ingredient that we're gonna add is leftover chicken that I made the night before. You could also use rotisserie chicken, or you could make your own chicken breasts, but I use about 2 chicken breasts that I generally make extra if I'm making a chicken dish the night before. So I generally just shred the chicken up. I don't do anything fancy, and add it straight to the bowl. The next thing that I add to this recipe is about a cup of shredded cabbage. I don't take the time to shred my own cabbage. You could, I just use the bagged coleslaw mix, just about a cup of that. So we're adding some healthy veggies to this recipe. The other thing that you're gonna add to add some more of those veggies, some more nutrition, we're always trying to get more of those veggies in, is about a half a cup of shredded carrots. You can add more if you'd like more. I think about half a cup is just perfect for this recipe. Then I chop up about 2 green onions, and I add those as well. The last ingredients for our recipe are optional, but they were on that original peanut chicken that inspired me to make this chicken salad for lunch. And that was about 2 tablespoons of crushed up peanuts and 2 tablespoons of dried cranberries. And I advise you to get the ones that don't have any added sugar. So we add the peanuts and the cranberries, and then we're just gonna stir this up. You wanna make sure you fold it well and you get the dressing all mixed through. It actually even tastes better after it sits a while and all of those flavors have marinated well together. So sometimes I'll make it the night before if I'm gonna use it for a sandwich. So once you have it all mixed up, you can just throw that in a container of Tupperware if you're gonna make the sandwich next day, or you can start and make your sandwich and get it ready for lunch. Sometimes I will make this in a whole grain pita, slice it, put it in the pocket, but if I'm in a hurry, quick for lunch, generally what I do is use the 100-calorie sandwich rounds. So I just add my chicken salad straight to that sandwich round. And that recipe should make enough for maybe 4 to 5 of those sandwich rounds. And I have a great healthy sandwich that's unique for lunch, something a little more creative. I hope that you give this sandwich a try. Pair it with a nice piece of fruit, and you will have a great healthy lunch in minutes. Hope to see you next time on Meals in Minutes.